I just looked at the footage and I realized that one of my eyes were really red. I think I got some mascara into it. I didn't realize it earlier, so I'm kind of bummed out. Anyways, I hope that you guys don't mind it. Hello Stardust, I'm Soda, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different format. This video might be much longer than my usual ones because I really want to get into detail about fat freezing and CoolSculpting. I'll have the timestamp in the description below. If you want to see the before after straight away, you can jump into that. I know sounds crazy, I decided to go be a guinea pig and show you guys whether or not this treatment actually work. To be fair, I didn't only do it for the video, I did it for myself as well. But this video is really informative, whether you've been wanting to get the CoolSculpting done or whether this is your first time hearing about it. I do think and recommend you watching the whole video. First of all, you're probably thinking, what fat did you go and remove? You guys are definitely right. It's not like I really needed this procedure, but the backstory of it is I used to have really flat stomach. But that was when I was 15-16. I used to really work out a lot and I used to be on a strict diet. But I also had flat everything. I was just very skinny. I didn't have any curves, all dimensions, which makes very much sense because I was still a girl. And as I started turning into a woman, as the time passed, I started getting more curves. At some point when I was younger, I didn't really have a healthy relationship with food. Food was literally just like a fuel. I could eat anything. I could just eat plain rice and still be fine. But at the age of 21, everything changed for me. My taste buds kind of shifted. I started really enjoying food. I started making my own money and I was able to enjoy the luxury of having good food. From then on, it has just been impossible for me to diet. I don't even consider dieting. I haven't even tried dieting. But throughout the years, I have relatively stayed healthy, so I do work out on the regular. 2 years ago was the time that I was my biggest weight, which was 59 kgs, still pretty healthy within my BMI, and I lost 10 kgs within the period of the 2 years, and now I'm weighing 52 kgs, so my weight has been really fluctuating. Even before the weight gain, I used to really struggle with getting a really flat stomach. Even though I would work out on the regular, I still could not lose my lower tummy. That wasn't really big, but still, I couldn't have a full flat stomach. But there's also biological reasoning to it. Our bodies are really smart. Women store about 10 to 13% more fat than men, and it's due to reproductive reasons. So when we do get pregnant, we need energy for the baby to grow its organs and all the other good stuff. Those fats usually store in lower tummy area or on hips or love handles. That's the mainly where the fat usually stored. You being a woman, you already have more fat than men. Men, on the other hand, have more muscles, but their body is designed to protect and to provide. It was basically not impossible to get rid of my lower belly. It was just difficult. Even before the fat freezing, I was actually pretty happy with my body. I was just really curious whether or not it would work. So in the past, I have actually tried lipolytic injections that's supposed to help you lose fat, but to me, it basically did nothing. Nada. Zero. I didn't see any results, but you really have to consider different bodies react to different things differently. Therefore, I don't personally recommend for myself any lipolytic injections. Now I want to talk about what is CoolSculpting or fat freezing, also known as cryolipolysis. It's basically a non-invasive cosmetic procedure that's supposed to reduce fat in targeted areas. And how it does that is there is a specific cup that goes in the targeted area. It sucks the skin, and in that area, it reduces the temperature down to 5 degrees Celsius up to minus 11 degrees Celsius. Basically, that range, minus 11 to 5 degrees, is safe enough where it will destroy the fat cells without touching any other cells in your body. Fat cells are more sensitive to cold temperature than other cells in our body. So introducing cold temperature to a targeted area crystallizes and kills the fat cells, and later it goes out our body through natural means. Once the fat cells are frozen and they die, your body naturally gets rid of them through lymphatic system, through sweating, through peeing, and also through pooping. This whole process of your body getting rid of the dead fat cells can take up to 2 to 3 months. So you have to wait about 2 to 3 months to be able to see the final results. Common treatment area include double chin, inner arms, lower abdominal, love handles, and inner thighs. Usually one session takes 35 minutes to 60 minutes. The one I took was 60 minutes. They say that the downtime is almost non-existent, which I do not agree with, and I will later get into the detail why I think that way. And also, there's one side effect that you really have to avoid. Some patients end up having with frozen fats, they just gather together. To avoid that, you're supposed to get lymphatic massages or just really massage through the area every day where you got the treatment done. If not, you could actually face this problem. I would also like to highlight that fat scalping and cool freezing is no means replacement for diet or workout. This type of procedures is actually mostly ideal for people that are already very close to their body goals or that have already started having very active lifestyle. It's highly possible if you get this procedure done and you don't actually follow up with active lifestyle and also more or less controlling your diet, you will go back to normal. It's gonna be a waste of money. Since I got the backstory and all the facts out of the way, now I can talk about the actual procedure, where I took it, how much it cost, how it felt, and the pains. I went to a clinic called Aglo. They were having a promotion for fat freezing. Matter of fact, there's a lot of esthetician clinics that are offering first session of fat freezing at promotional price. The original price was about 250 USD, 900 ringgit, but I got my procedure done for 250 ringgit, which is about 60 USD. I saved a lot and I didn't need a lot of sessions anyways, so this was a perfect thing to try out and also to make a content with. The esthetician clinic that I went to were nice enough to allow me to film everything, all the procedures, all the before and afters. They were super nice. I went to the clinic, we went and had a consultation. I let them know the targeted area that I wanted to get done. They recommended me 2 cups. The second cup would be the original price, which I didn't want to do. I already knew that I have a lot of fat to begin with and that I don't need 2 cups. So if you're gonna end up going to the clinics, do not let them persuade you to getting a second cup if you're already small enough and you know rationally that you don't need 2 cups. So we ended up proceeding with 1 cup. They were not really pushy. They just suggested that I get 2 done. After the consultation, I was escorted to a photo room where they took my before photos. And right after, I was escorted to another room where the procedure would take place. They gave me changing clothes, but I asked if I could remain in my own outfit since they just need to treat my tummy area and they were fine with it. So I just remained in my clothes. I really recommend you guys to wear something really light. I was there in jeans, but I think that was kind of a mistake. I think it would be better if I wore something very loose, like loose shorts or loose skirt instead of wearing jeans. Then they set the machine. The machine is actually really huge. It looks kind of scary and it had 2 cups, but they were using only 1 cup. They applied a sheet that was covered in gel to my stomach area. It had the indication where the cup would go to. They double checked with me the placement of the sheet, and also they cannot place the cup near your belly button. So if your concern area is exactly at your belly button, just know that they're not gonna get that done because it's not allowed. So they placed it a little bit lower. I was fine with it because my main concern area was lower area of my body anyways. Right after the cup was placed, they told me if I was ready, which I gave a thumbs up. After the placement of the cup comfortably, they placed the pillow so the cup would not move, and the estheticians left the room. I think I'm very pain tolerant, and all my friends say that I'm very pain tolerant. Overall, the procedure itself was 5 out of 10 when it comes to the pain. After 5 minutes of the procedure, I just turned numb and I couldn't really feel a lot of pain. I just felt a very tight suction on my tummy area. The whole procedure lasted 60 minutes. It was a little bit painful, but it's not something that was unbearable. After the 5 minutes, I thought, yeah, I could definitely do this. It's not a big deal. So doing the fat freezing thing. To be honest, the pain is 4 to 5 out of 10. But to be fair, I'm very pain tolerant, and to me it's not really painful. I think at the beginning it was more painful. It was a 5. Right now It's more of a 3 because my stomach has kind of numbed to the coldness, so it feels fine. It doesn't feel too bad for me. So the procedure lasts for about an hour, and I think I can do this no problem. It feels like you're having a cramp, like you know when you're on your period and you have a really bad cramp. That's what it feels like. After 60 minutes, the procedure ended. The ladies came back in, removed the cup, and they really gave me a really nice massage on my tummy. But the pain after they removed the cup and after about 5 minutes passed, it started being unbearable. It was really, really painful. It felt like 1,000 bees stuck my stomach, or red ends. I don't know which is worse, but regardless, and my stomach was really red and it was really, really painful. I would give it borderline 8 out of 10 when it comes to pain. So mentally prepare yourself. If you're somebody just can't stand pain, I think it's something that you should probably avoid, or maybe take a painkiller before the procedure. If not, you are going to suffer just a little bit. For me, I would definitely do it again. I don't think the pain was that horrible, even though it was highly intensive. The pain is gonna last for about week time. First 2 to 3 days is the worst. They say online that the downtime is non-existent, which I do not believe in. If you have a highly active work, please make sure to do this when you don't actually have to go to work. If you're just at office, you will have to wear something really light so nothing would touch your stomach. For me, my stomach was very sensitive first 3 days. When I went to work out, it was so painful. I decided to not to work out for the 3 days until my tummy felt much better. I could actually feel the sensation of the dead cells on my tummy. It just felt numb. When I touched it, I could kind of feel it. And then I got a little bit scared at some point because I could feel the dead fat cells, and I thought, oh my god, what if they leave my body and my skin will just be saggy? It just occurred to me because I could actually feel the empty parts on my stomach, and I started kind of getting worried. I started actively taking my supplements, which is vitamins and also minerals, to make sure that my body would recover properly. And also considering that I'm pretty young, I knew that my skin would be able to snap back to normal. But having said that, I do think if you're somebody older, let's say you're in your late 40s or 50s and you're considering doing this procedure, or you're somebody that's much bigger than me, so you could have more excess skin, please consider taking collagen, vitamin and minerals, because I do think, I don't know, I could just feel it that could happen. So therefore, to avoid it, I mean, take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm no esthetician. It was just my feeling, how I felt after the procedure. I could definitely feel the dead cells. My skin initially being a little bit more loose. That's when I started freaking out. But at the end of the day, I made sure to take my supplements and my skin shrink back to normal. And I didn't have any side effects from this procedure. I think that was everything that I wanted to run through, and now we can see the before and afters. Before and afters are actually incredible. Because the esthetician in the Glow Clinic told me that I would need at least 3 procedures in order to see proper results, I was kind of bummed about it, but my results are amazing. I think 1 procedure for me was more than enough. I might consider going for a second one. Even though I had an amazing experience in this specific aesthetic clinic, I will probably go to another one because they will have the promotion available. I don't want to pay $250 when I can pay $60 again. So I would definitely consider going for a second round. Having said that, I will start showing you guys all my photos. I think there's gonna be 6 of them: front view, side views, back views. What's incredible is that not only the results are very noticeable to the eye, they're almost huge. It almost looks like I had more than 1 procedure. On top of that, when I went for the first procedure, I was weighing 51 kgs. When I went after 2 months for the after photos, I was weighing 52 kgs. So I gained 1 kg, but my stomach is much, much smaller. Not only did it help with my lower belly, for some reason, I also lost some weight on the side of my waist. It is true that I've been consistently working out, but I've been working out exact same amount as I used to work out prior. And I've been eating much, much more because I've been traveling. I traveled to Dubai, I traveled to Bangkok, and I had a lot of food. The results are just so incredible. I am mind blown. I think it was worth every penny. I think this is just so innovative. But as I already said, I'm not no doctor. I'm not no somebody that actually has a background in this. I read it, I did a research, I thought that it was going to work, and it worked on my body, which usually a lot of things don't. My body is highly non-receptive. Like I already said, lipolytics did not help at all. Also tried to have a filler for my nose here. It only lasted like a month or two because my metabolism worked really, really good and literally like ate the thing alive. I'm a girl's girl. I don't like to gatekeep. So this is what I did to my body, and now it just looks amazing. If you want to get this done, please speak to your doctor, please speak to your estheticians. Not everything is suitable for you or for your lifestyle. These things are not cheap. These things are very expensive. Because I only had one target area that I was worried about, I managed to spend only $60, and I think I will go for a second round to another clinic and spend another 60. That way I'm gonna have like the flattest tummy ever, but obviously I'm gonna upkeep it with working out, and maybe I will try to diet a little bit more than I usually do and try to be more selective with my food. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, do ask me in the comment section below. I'll make sure to reply it. And please do subscribe to me. It keeps me motivated to post more interesting videos. Having said that, I'll love to see you on my next video.